My Gavanen Melonine, and well met indeed. I am Arakir Galadirthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back as we continue on as the High Elves in the second High Elf episode of this week. You will note we are at war with the Dunlendings, and it's going very, very well, to be honest, because Enid Wythe has thoroughly ruffle-stomped them. I don't actually know what that stands for. Ruffle-stomped. Isn't it rolling on the floor laughing, actually? How can one roll on the floor laughing stomp someone? It seems impractical. Anyway, Dunland are losing to us, of course, because they're garbage. And even though Dunland are actually slightly better than you give them credit for, which is what people will now comment because I've called them garbage, they are still garbage in comparison to the High Elves. So we shall beat them. And Enid Wythe has destroyed them north of the river, which is what the point I was making, you will see there. Unfortunately, of course, we are not allied with Enid Wythe, so they may well attack us, which would be a bit of a shame, really, but we shall wait and see. We're making a sizable amount of money with the claiming and capture of Ostinethil, and whilst I'm on the subject, someone mentioned to me because the ruins of the Gwaith Myrdain give you a population growth bonus of 5%, your building costs are reduced by 20, and your increase in tradable goods is just a good thing to have. So someone did say, why bother upgrading this building? And of course, because you need to upgrade that building in order to build most of your buildings as the High Elves. But you will note that straight away, Zakal is probably a good example. Yes, the Noldor Guild Guard Hall is now available to us. I need to do a pop-up note, actually. Hold on, let me just write that down. Apologies, everyone. I'm almost certainly not going to cut this out, so I'll just keep talking. Noldor pop-up message. We need to do a message that pops up to say, you've just captured Ostinethil. Finally, the arms and armour of the Noldor of old are available, and the new generation of Noldor, the new children of the Noldor, now stand ready to attack your enemies or something like that. Obviously, I'll expand upon it. But anyway, so we've captured Ostinethil, which means we can now build the Noldor Guard Hall and get our Noldor forces, which are considerably better than our Sindar and Lindar forces. But the reason you want to upgrade the Gwaith Myrdain is because upon upgrading, you then unlock the ability to upgrade the armor of most of your high elite units by 1 extra tier, which in many cases improves their armor visuals, I believe. It also unlocks, of course, the Smiths of Eregion, and most importantly, Dornan Austen joins you as a Smith of Eregion bodyguard general, and he's a beast. And most welcome to the roster. Ah, Fenris Drurnin is assaulted. And we have civil disorder in Argond and Tharbad. Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Elven warriors.
But, oh, I pressed the end. Oh, come on, you don't hate me. You don't hate me.
Sire.
The other Tharbad, there is anyone.
Onward.
He's
Elves,
going back to
we must
Tharbad.
give up the road.
No, we didn't take Kamath Bryn, but we did build a merchant's wharf and a hall of song. Oh, that's good. They like us a little bit more here now. 27%, most of it's still cultural unrest. Not a problem there. We could build an art gallery. But let's have a little look at our options. Imladris and those are all building. That's all building. Tharbad isn't, but Argond is. I won't bother building anything in Tharbad till we know we're not going to lose it. Elra here is currently sat in Basra-Dum on his own, wasting away. That's a very poor use of him. Let's get him out of there.
Come, my brothers.
In fact, actually, he could probably make it across to there on his own without being attacked, so let's send him over there. Gildor's Rest, for some reason, really doesn't like us. I'm not sure why. Ah, but can upgrade. Smashing. We will do that. Thank you very much. That's definitely on the cards. Forlond, you cannot get too much. You'll note we can't build a Noldor Guard Hall here because they are only available in certain regions, and Forlond's province is not one of those regions. We need some monies. The Hall of Music might... Oh no, that just gives us extra increased up. Artillery barracks too far from the front. Go with crop rotation. Why not? We've been attacked by these fools. I think Mythlond is one of the only 2 locations, or actually no, I don't think it is. I know that the Elves, when the AI controls them, gets a free garrison units in Imladris and in Mythlond, but I don't think you as the human do. But it would be good if we did, because then if Angmar attack us and take Mythlond, I shall be very embarrassed. But I mean, I won't be, let's be honest. just plough through. My plan moving forward, by the way, I say this in almost every episode, and here I am saying it again, because I was thinking about it, but at the moment I was thinking very much that I shall do alternate weeks of videos, so you'll have High Elves one week, then Dorwinion the next, and my thinking is very much then that the only video that would come every week would be the Warhammer 2 ones, because those would come on, they would be the non-DaC video of those weeks. But it does then mean that you're going to get a Warhammer video every week. But then, of course, you'll get a DaC video every week. They'll just be different types. Gondor and Isengard are at war, and Lothlorien and Mordor are at war. That's not too bad. Dunland are attacking Enedwaith on the southern side of the river. And we've made it back to Tharbad, meaning we should build things here, because I think I destroyed every building. No, we've kept most of the buildings, actually, so that's good. Give us an armory so that we can get free upkeep. Not free upkeep, we can get a free garrison unit. Argond, you still don't like us all that much? Go for a Hall of Song. Oh, and repair that while you're at it. Argond just built the artist studio as well. Elrahir will join you shortly, and then you shall be very keen to stay happy with us. Enedwaith, unfortunately, are very much on their way out. Oh, Angmar pulled out. They thought they were thinking about it, and then they realised it's folly. So we can keep training some troops there. We need to train a sort of support army, really, to send south. Mladris has a phenomenal cavalry force there. They're wasted in the town. Let's send them down to Elrond. And then press out into Dunlending's heartland and see if we can't stir up this hornet's nest. Anarod, you are at 28% Elven, and Noldor need 50. And you can't get a Teleri barracks here, so you are very, very useless to us. Unfortunately, we'll focus then on you to make us money. Roads would be smashing here, actually. Let's queue those up, because then we walk faster through our provinces. Zagkala could do with roads as well. Have you got roads as an option? Yeah, build those next, if you would. Thank you kindly. And we press on. We lost Argond. But they had 50%. Why are they rebelling on 50%? Dirty, dirty buggers. Here's something for you. I wanted to speak about this in a video and thoroughly rebuke it. Because, and I do this in jest, I'm not being rude or anything like that, but someone suggested. In the previous episodes, particularly the Developer Diary, I spoke about the Nazgul. We're going to give the Nazgul new names and our own backstories. We must defend these lands. Someone suggested that they actually rather liked the way that Shadow of Mordor did the Nazgul, and that it's not totally implausible to suggest that Isildur and Helm Hammerhand could be taken as Nazgul. And to this, I laugh heartily, as Santa would with a belly full of jelly. And because it is implausible. Oh, you can get another unit. Chuck that in. I don't think we need to bother with... Yes, we will get Calaquendi Lords, actually, because Círdan is not going to lead any army we train here. Sorry, I'll just take a brief moment to actually focus on the game. Oh, Tharbad, why, Dunland? Why do you hate me so?
Swiftly.
Fenestruan and fought off its invaders. Anarod is building its roads, and we've left Imladris rather depleted, bereft of forces. So here's my reasoning. Number one, Isildur, in order to become a Nazgul, we'd need to take away from the fact that he actually dies. So straight away, first of all, we're discounting an actual well-documented fact. Isildur dies. It is a central part of the storyline of Middle-earth that Isildur dies. But I'll appreciate that with some warping, you could say that he didn't die, he washed up on the bank on the other side, he was taken to Mordor, and in time, somehow became a Nazgul. But in order for him to do that, he would have to be kept alive by Sauron's minions for many years. Because at the point that Isildur could actually be taken to be a Nazgul, i.e. after the end of the Last Alliance, Sauron is mortally wounded. Now, alright, he can't actually die and his spirit buggers off, regains strength, he comes back later. But at that exact point, he is arguably at his weakest that he can possibly be. At the various stages of Sauron's life, he's fairly weak a few times, because a couple of times he is actually killed. Of course, I am referring to the Fall of Numenor, where he is drowned beneath the ocean, his body is destroyed, and he buggers off to the east. regains form sometime later and comes back to ask Gondor how life is going. But at the point that Isildur could be taken, Sauron would not have bodily form. He would be merely spirit, suggesting he would be at his absolute weakest. And Isildur would have to be captured, taken to Mordor, bound and held there for them to wait for Sauron to regain enough strength to then be able to cheat Isildur into thinking that Sauron actually isn't his enemy, and if he would be so kind as to take this ring that he just now is subtly offering and is absolutely not bad at all. There is nothing wrong with this ring, Sauron tells the now captured Isildur, who only a few months ago killed him in battle. Sauron, of course, I mean. Because for Isildur to take a ring from Sauron, he would have to be convinced by Sauron that actually Sauron's not the enemy and that this ring is actually going to achieve all of Isildur's dreams. And how likely is Sauron going to be able to do that when he is literally just spirit? I would argue not very strong, not very well at all. But all of that is tertiary and moot, really, because we need Isildur to die for the plotline of most of Middle-earth to happen. So that is my argument there. We're about to fight quite a battle. Actually, this campaign battle, this map is broken, isn't it? And this isn't going to work, is it? Because I haven't updated it with the fix. With the fix. Did I download that fix? All right, let's roll the dice, shall we? If this works, I'll see you on the battlefield, and if it doesn't, I shall see you at the end of this end turn time. Here we make our stand. On the banks? I was going to say shores. That works as well. On the shores/banks of the Gwathla River. At the very head of the river. No, the other end. The source of the river. We find this absolutely not Osgiliath looking Tharbad settlement. And here, crossing from the ruins on one side, because the battle map is a little skew-if, reinforcements are coming from the east, but unfortunately, reinforcements for our enemy, I should say, unfortunately the bulk of our enemy is coming from that side. Oh no, and they're splitting their entry points. Ah, so frustrating. We have stationed our troops readily in defense of this gate, because I thought the AI would come through that gate in their entirety, but they're not doing that. They're coming from over there, which means they'll come probably down this road straight to the square. I doubt they'll come down that way, but we can worry about them later. The units coming in from behind us will be coming down that road, though, so we will send our finest over there to deal with them, and javelins to support. Do all stay in defensive mode, actually. Oh, I've forgotten that's not Control A anymore. I'd made Control A my middle mouse button, and now I've undone that because in Warhammer the middle mouse button is more useful as a middle mouse button. I can't remember why, but it is. And in the middle mouse button in Medieval II does that, which is really, really jarring. It's like motion sickness to the extreme. So try not to do that, to be honest, because it just makes you feel queasy. Anyway, there. As we wait for Dunlending to attack, let us now turn our attention to Helm Hammerhand, the second of the proposed Nazgul found by Sauron. Now, Helm, I will give you, is actually more... There's more of an argument to suggest that he could well be a Nazgul. Now, I absolutely do not condone this course of action, but I'm not a militant law purist, and I will fight those boring bastards everywhere I meet them, if you'll pardon my French. Because Tolkien is dead, and so there's why people get some sort of kick out of being his champion in death. I just goes beyond me. Anyway, I shouldn't take out my own personal dislike in the video. So I'm happy for people to at least suggest, yeah, let's make Helm Hammerhand a Nazgul. I can kind of see that because Helm Hammerhand, of course, famously dies. We'll have to drop that and put that bit aside, but he does famously die in Helm's Deep, in defending it against the Dunlendings, who we are fighting today. How topical. And Helm Hammerhand, of course, famously leaves the citadel, goes wandering out in the fierce, biting cold outside of Helm's Deep, and to slay the Dunlendings with his bare hands. But it is said that he then dies out there, frozen solid. But if memory serves, they either don't find his body, or they find him as a sort of icy statue. I can't remember which it is. But in both of those cases, you could argue that he was able to somehow... he was maybe captured, for example. So this works particularly if they never found his body, because then you can very easily argue that he was captured and taken to Mordor and then became a Nazgul in time. But of course, if it was turned into some sort of icy statue, then it's a lot harder to argue, but you can still get around it in the same way that you're getting around it with a Isildur. So there's a degree of plausibility to it. But the main problem, of course, is that, again, well documented. But, I mean, documented doesn't matter. When you're changing documented lore, then of course it doesn't matter what's documented, because you're changing it. But it is, of course, well known that the Nazgul are not replaced. They are kings of humanity at the time of the sort of end of the Second Age. Or around, not sorry, at the end of the Second Age, sort of in the middle-ish of the Second Age. They're kings of humanity, and they stay the same till the end. Sauron recruits them, if you will, from 3 of them from Númenóreans, and then the others are just great princes of men. And they don't change. He doesn't take the ring off of one of them, let them die, and then give it to someone else who he thinks is stronger. He's already got the perfect servants. They can't be killed. He doesn't need to replace them. I mean, I grant you there is a sort of champion-like quality to subduing one of your greatest enemies and turning him into one of your mindless drones. So for Sauron, having Isildur as a Nazgul would be a sort of personal victory, and I can appreciate that, but it's still totally implausible. So there we are. That's my best attempt at just telling you why it's foolish to try and suggest that Isildur and Helm Haman could be Nazgul. But it is almost a foolish argument to make anyway, because in order to make them Nazgul, you have to change documented, written down aspects of the lore, and if you're doing that already, then it doesn't necessarily matter what you're changing. You kind of have free reign to change what you like at that point, don't you? Once you've changed something core, you can change anything. So, oh, hang on. Oh, it just sort of lagged a bit then, but where are these guys going? We'll just kind of leave them to it, I think, shall we? We've definitely got this battle in the middle here is easily won. Oh, and those are bandits we're about to come up against. Right, you guys come out of defense and start crushing them.
Remains.
You guys come out of defense, start crushing them.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Right, the enemy general's just
the enemy
died.
army flees the field.
There
Pursue and run them down.
So capture as many of those as you can. You guys don't shoot, don't shoot. You'll just kill us. Right, what's happening with these reinforcements then? Are they coming back? Yes, they're finally streaming into the city. Come out of time 6. Let's hold them at the gate, at the bridge. Get them to go forward. You guys come onto that left-hand side. You guys go onto that right-hand side. And archers, I want to give you maximum killing potential for your small band, so go onto that side there. They should all get there in time, I think. It's that guy that died, isn't it? Oh no, it was Captain Fian. Oh, are they both captains? No, these ones must not be captains. One of them is definitely a general. Oh yeah, there he is, Chieftain's bodyguard. That's why that side is weakening. We should actually divert troops over there. Alright, take the javelins back. Well done. Bugger. They've slipped to our net. Damn. Damn, 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 blast, and damn, and then a few more dams thereafter. Alright, you guys get into position. Archers, come back, you're going to be needed. You guys, make short work of those spearmen for me, please. Further out. Come a bit further back, actually. Come on, and are you guys winning? Ah, no, they're dying out. Right, archers, new plan. Come over here. Come. Shoot.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Look, there he is. Someone just ping him in the back of the head for me. Go on. You know you've got this. You know you want to... Die. Chieftain's bodyguard will beat those long spears because they are armor piercing. Oh, bugger our archers, rat arrows. Go, support our brothers. You guys have won, haven't you? Yeah, right, come back. We'll send the general down the middle. Nobles go around the edge.
We've lost half of our men.
I know. You've got numbers over these chieftain's bodyguard. Come on.
Slain the enemy.
Yes.
Without him, his troops
Yes.
will lose their will to fight.
It's done. As long as we keep our general alive, this battle is over. They'll break as soon as we hit them in the rear. Theirs are already going. Right, come around here and help. You just get involved. No, archers, go that way.
Behold how
Yes,
our cowardly
there it is.
foe runs.
Capture a few more, capture a few more. Let's get at least a 90. Nice!
Our
Yes!
foe is
173 of our
utterly
382. We lost
Let all who
50%.
remember this day. Remember it as the day of
359.
our most glorious victory.
That was a glorious victory, and indeed our little fix, or Arcade's little fix, did work, and the problem is solved. Now I've just got to make sure that I cut that middle bit out. Otherwise you'll all get to see more of the Discord than I would like you to see.
Stay in the trees!
The difference, of course, with my writing some descriptions for the Nazgul and giving them names, is that I will totally make it all up. So, fan fiction, whilst apparently Tolkien didn't like fan fiction, I've yet to really see anyone actually provide evidence for that. But everywhere, I've seen so many times on so many forums, people say about how Tolkien didn't like fan fiction. Because normally, it's always on threads where people say, what was Tolkien actually like? Was he a nice guy? Is a comment you see quite a lot. Because, of course, for many people, he's like a deity. And so they want to know what he might have been actually like. And it's almost followed up with, we don't really know what Tolkien was like, but we do know that he didn't like fan fiction. So he might not have been as kind to all those people who approached him and said, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? But I don't know where it says that he dislikes fan fiction, to be honest.
Come and get me,
Oh,
coward.
Beast Slayers. Clan Axeman, Clan Axeman, Clan Axeman, Clan Axeman. It's called Clan Axeman, but what you should read that as is garbage, 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 and a little bit more garbage. Because there they are in all of their uselessness. Poor morale response. Dear oh dear. But they are slightly faster than normal people, so they'll get a bit of a boost there. They've got some berserkers, which you do want to watch out for. But of course, our army will absolutely annihilate them. So if we go like that, select these ones, and attack with them.
Assail them!
Captain Madath. You don't even have a general to lead you. They've sent you out to die, Captain. How can you not see? High Lord Elrond the Conqueror and Captain Daeron will utterly end you. But it probably will be a bridge battle, so they've got a bit of an advantage, but they don't have any siege. And the reason I mentioned that is because in a bridge battle, you, a human player, will always have a huge advantage over the AI if you are defending, and even indeed if you are attacking. Because the... Oh, what's gone on with the battle? Why does the map show loads and loads and loads of invisible churches? Well, we'll worry about that another time. But bridge battles, which unfortunately this then isn't even anyway. If the AI is defending a bridge battle, they will be nowhere near as good as you, a human, defending a bridge battle, because they don't utilize their archers very well. And instead of creating a sort of kill zone and lining your forces up and shooting you, they don't really do that. They just leave everyone where they are, and the archers shoot you if they can. So they don't use their archers to the best of their ability. But if they have siege, then it doesn't matter, because the siege will always do well in defensive bridge battles, because your forces are forced to group up together and are thus very vulnerable to attack. And the AI can capitalize on that with siege without needing to even use its brain. Saddle up, horse archers. Right, you guys come out of that group. So we just have you three, please. Yeah, run yourselves over there. You are free to fire at will. Don't run away, and don't be on defensive mode. The AI has taken the very brave decision to run downhill, away from us, because apparently they dislike winning. And they've asked if we could very kindly defeat them, please. Nice wide, thin line. You might as well run as well. And then we've got 2 units of high-ranking cavalry, 1 for each flank. 1 unit completely healed. Oh no, I've done that the wrong way. Done that very much the wrong way. That one wants to go to the left. So you're going to go to the left. You are going to run. You, however, are going to go to the right. And these 3 are in position almost. You're going to come... Look at this. Look at these fools. And there is the would have been bridge battle, but the river, unfortunately, is out of action at the moment, so no bridge necessary. Let's zoom out a bit. As we prepare for their demise. Rivendell must not fall. RK was a little disappointed that Rivendell did not feature in the recent developer diary because, if truth be told, I'd forgotten that it was added. Even though I looked at the changelog before I made the developer diary, I somehow overlooked the addition of Rivendell, which was very foolish. But also because Rivendell isn't actually really complete yet. RK still has a few more plans he wants to implement, so... it wasn't the end of the world that it didn't show up. Run! Run! Don't let the Dunlending horsemen get you. 5% of the enemy has already died. They've realised that standing down in a ditch has not helped their cause. And they're pulling back. Did they send cavalry after you? No, they didn't. Turn and face. Excellent. Another question someone asked me in the developer diary. If you are watching and you want to learn how to slow down the game without pausing, you hold down the shift key. Either right shift or left shift. The choice is yours. And it will slow down by tiers. As you can see, 0.1 normally does actually pause the game without the pause icon, which is very handy if you are recording a video, for example. So if you're on YouTube, you can pause the game without actually pausing it. You do get the movement sounds, as you can hear, though, but you also then get all sounds, so music continues playing as well. So very handy if you are recording, if you're a YouTuber. Right, pull yourselves out. Come and get in front. Oh, Dunlending berserkers, bugger. Oh, and there's some of their pikemen. You hit those berserkers, you hit those clan axemen. You guys curl around, keep up the fire. Oh, they're already shaken. They're already routing. We've only just charged into you. Dear, oh dear, this is going to be a doddle. But don't get the cavalry caught up with those berserkers because they won't be a doddle.
Victory will be ours.
Right, you're all firing. You're engaged. You're engaged. Who's coming at you? Pikemen. Well, we don't want to be running into them, so let's keep running away from them. They have a couple units of pikes, unfortunately. Right, those have pulled out. Now charge those berserkers while we've got the opportunity. Right, that ends the berserkers. You're both into those pikemen. Right, you guys come and hit those clan axemen. You fellows finish those clan axemen. I'm sure they'll rout as soon as you hit them. Other cavalry. Damn. Oh, we lost 2 needlessly.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Go and hit those spearmen. You hit those spearmen. You clan hunters. You come back for those clan hunters. No, go and... Oh, those are routing. Everyone's routing. I'm running out of options.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
The enemy general is gone. It's just everyone's just dying today, aren't they? Clan axemen, you guys come down here. Cavalry, oh, you run out of arrows. You guys come and stand on the edge. You and you end the pikemen for me. And there we are, that's the pikes down. 96% of the enemy But something fights on. I don't know where.
The
Oh,
enemy
there they
army
are.
flees. This is a
39 elves, 1,566 Dunlending fools. 132 kills go to the Amanyar Riders. No surprises there. The Noldor. Well, Amanyar to give them the title we've given them, but Noldor works as well. So for the rest of this week, the only other video you can expect to watch now will be on Sunday, because I'm going to try and stick to my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Does anyone else consider these days the odd days? As I always consider them the odd days. I appreciate it depends, I suppose, when your week starts, but with me, Monday being day 1, and of course they're odd, because then you've got day 3 and 5 and 7. But in my head, they've always been odd days. Kill them all. We will show no mercy to the Dunlendings, for they have chosen the wrong side.
For the light! Swiftly!
Once we've got that blacksmith, we can get the Gwythe, can't we? Which is going to cost a lot of money, so we don't want to build anything now or train anything
My
now.
lord speaks highly of you.
So, for example, in Imladris, don't build that. Let me just remind myself how much it actually costs. Smith Guild. It costs 20,000, but it's going to be reduced. We worked out about 2,000, isn't it? Where's the building cost reduced by 18%? For some reason we can't yet get the guild house. Oh, we'd have to be a large town to get the guild house. That's all right. It would increase, obviously, the reduction in price is substantial for those last 2 tiers, but it's going to be as cheap as we can get it, which is 2,000 exactly. So it's going to cost 18,000. So we should be able to build it if we don't build anything now, and just let the turn pass. But we aren't going to sit inside of Ostenethiel. We are going to stand on the bridge just outside of it, and we'll leave behind 1 unit of archers, I think. No, archers are definitely needed on the bridge. Leave behind a unit of cavalry for now. We'll move them when we need them.
Elves!
We really want this to upgrade though. Oh, it's not too long until it will, actually. So that we can get a nice, beautiful elven town instead of that horrendous orcish nonsense. But for now, I think that is going to be where I'm going to end this episode. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, Bree are attacking Owenwyd.
Like the wind!
Let's get you across.
Completed.
By the light of Elbereth!
Nathan's definitely going to get attacked. Oh, we'll worry about that next time, though. We've got reinforcements coming from Mithlond. We've already got a ship ready to sail them. So we don't need the Calaquendi Lords, actually, because they're going to join Lynathion, or Lynathon, whatever he's called. But Harlond, if you guys do take those, we still get our 18,000 just about. Perfect. It gives us a few more troops to take as we sail through. But for now, that is going to be where I end this episode. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I do hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I hope you'll stay tuned on Sunday for the Warhammer 2 episode. If you've never watched a Warhammer 2 episode, or mine, or just any, then give the first 5 minutes or so a go and just see what the game actually looks like. Do yourself a little service so that you can see the kind of direction Creative Assembly have taken Total War since... Well, Warhammer 1 was the first to use that new engine, wasn't it? Someone will correct me on that. Maybe Attila, I don't know. But anyway, for now, that is all. So do be sure to check out Gamesplanet with the link below. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navarna den per Melunin, and farewell.